Hey, yo,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're like me and my partner here, you probably played a couple sports in high school, maybe on a collegiate level, maybe professionally. And I like to think of sports as a microcosm of life. You know what I mean? You learn integrity, discipline, work ethic. And me and my boy B Hill, we've been on a lot of different teams, played a lot of different sports. But there's one thing that certain teams have that some others don't, and that's the will and grit. There's a saying in life. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up.
Okay.
And in the first 2 weeks, we've seen a lot of teams get knocked down. And we've seen a bunch of them get back up in game. We've seen some teams get knocked down in week 1 and come back in week 2 and show you, hey, that wasn't the real me. So
Yeah.
in week 3, what's it going to be? Here to
Yeah.
discuss, it's your boy Corey Hilliard. Man, next to me, my partner in crime, Brandon Hill, a.k.a. B Hill, a.k.a. B. And you just stepped into the house divided. If you've been here before, you know what to do. Take your shoes off. Please leave them at the door. We're trying to keep our rug clean here. Freshmen's on the island, in the kitchen. Go ahead and help yourselves. If this is your first time, man, welcome. I'm happy the GPS got you here right to our front door. Mi casa, su casa. But whether you've been here before or whether it's your first time, we got to go over to the house rules.
Man.
Hey,
you
B,
already know.
get them.
You already know. You already know what time it is, guys. If you've been here before, if you haven't, either way, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for the like button. Hop down in them comment boxes. We'd love to hear from you guys. And if you're new to here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell too, so you can go ahead and get notified for every single video that we post.
Yes, sir.
Man, today there was actually some pretty good, intriguing matchups. We got 5 matchups for you guys today. 5, count them. Yeah, the first one, Bills at the Dolphins. Got the Buffalo Bills. Here's the thing. It's at the Dolphins. And the Buffalo Bills are favored by 5.5 points, my guy.
What?
This is a 12 p.m. CBS. Bills are favored by 5.5 at Miami. You got here. I'll hit you with some stats. Josh Allen on the year, 52 of 69, 614 yards. He has 7 passing touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. And then his rushing stats, he has 11 attempts for 66 yards, and you can add another touchdown on top of that. You flip to the other side of the field, you got Tua, who's putting up pretty good numbers himself at 59 for 83, 739 yards, 7 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. He's not much of a rushing threat. He's more of like a sit in the pocket, waiting for it to open up. Man, does he have weapons to open it up with. He's got Tyreek Hill on one end, who's got 10 receptions for 284 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he's got Jalen Waddle for 15 receptions, 240 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Those dudes are absolutely balling right now. And then on the other side, you got Stephon Diggs, who's got 20 receptions, 270 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So, man, I know that's a lot to unpack what I just hit you with there, man, but this sets up to be a nice one, and the minus 5.5 kind of surprised me too. I was like, whoa. The Dolphins ain't getting no love here, man. They're not getting no love.
Man, you know what? It's surprising to me and you, but I can kind of see what the line makers are doing here. If you look at that game against the Ravens, 3 touchdown lead for the Ravens in the fourth quarter. So you got to ask yourself the questions about the Dolphins. Are they really the team that were down 21 to the Ravens, or are they really the team that came back and put it on them in that fourth quarter and scored 28 points to 3 to close out the quarter? So my biggest takeaway is this. With all the stats that you gave me, clearly the Dolphins pack a 1-2 punch with the unbelievable speed of Waddle and Hill. But if you look at what the Bills have been on defense and what they've done in their first 2 games, a 31-10 win over the defending champions, come back and do 34-7 against the Tennessee Titan team. They've been more impressive. They've been more dominant. But this is a division game, B. Division games hit different. They're different than regular season games in the fact that you know each other.
Right.
So, to be honest, bro, the 5.5, I don't see it. I'm gonna ride it with the Bills, but I see it being closer than 5-6 points for sure.
Yeah.
I just think the Bills have a certain swagger about them right now. Like they're out for blood. They out to put a statement out to the league like, hey, this is our year. So
you got them winning, but you ain't got them covering.
No covering. I got Miami beating the spread, but I still got the Bills covering. I could see like a 3-point game, maybe a 4-point game, like a 34-30, something like that.
I got like a 21-14 Bills. I got the Bills covering.
Okay.
I think I'm kind of with you on that one. The Bills are kind of like overall just the better team. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you want Tua Tagovailoa or do you want Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we ain't gonna discuss that one no more, man.
Right.
So this next one that we got up on the docket though, the Packers at the Bucks. This is a team that Corey been hating on. The Bucks 2-0 against the Packers 1-1. Even line in Vegas. Can you believe that?
Even. So pick 'em. Even Stevens.
Pick 'em. You got Tom Brady, 36 for 61, 402 yards. On the other side, you got Aaron Rodgers at 41 for 59, 429. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Tom Brady has the 2 touchdowns, 1 interception as well. So the AKA GOATs of our time, my time anyways, growing up, going against each other, head to head. I mean, really, all their skill position players, we can sit here and name stats for Leonard Fournette, but he doesn't have a touchdown. And Green Bay kind of falls into those categories of running back by committee. But their 2 running backs are studs.
They're stellar.
AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones are studs. But are they going to be able to get anything going against the Bucks? I mean, that's the question here. What do you think?
That rush defense for the Bucks is unbelievable.
They're lethal. I think they lead the league right now in the least amount of points given up.
I think, they're right there with the Bills and a couple other teams. And here's what they also lead the league in. The Bucks lead the NFL with 10 sacks and 6 turnovers. Okay, so this is, I mean, you look at the Dallas game, you look at the Saints game, this has been a team that's been led by their defense. And here's the Bucks have a problem this Sunday. No Mike Evans, suspended. We don't know what Julio's going to play or not because of the hamstring. Still don't know about Godwin. So you're basically dependent on Perryman, Johnson, Cameron Braid, and little Scotty Miller. Now, after Evans went out against the Saints, those are his 4 targets, and he absolutely carved up that Saints defense, which was a pretty salty defense, after Mike Evans went out in that whole scuffle, right? So if you're looking at it like, oh, he's not going to have Godwin, he's not going to have Evans.
Right.
No Julio, no problem, because he's the GOAT. He can get it done.
Right.
Historically, since Tom Brady has been in Tampa, they played Green Bay twice. First time was in the regular season in 2020, complete smackdown, embarrassed the Green Bay Packers, and then they did it again in the NFC Championship. It wasn't a smackdown. They won 31-26, but they went into Green Bay in the NFC Championship and beat them again. So, what's the line on it's the evens. I like Tampa Bay. It's in Tampa. I think they've been a more impressive team. What do you think?
Me as well. I got the Tampa Bay Bucks winning that one.
Okay.
I think they're going to win it easily because I still don't think Aaron Rodgers knows who his top receiver is. I'm not impressed with you beating the Bears by 27-10. That doesn't.
Me either.
No, I don't think. I think the Bears caught something in a bottle, and I think the 49ers, which I'll talk about them coming up in my power rankings, giving you a little heads up. But I think that the 49ers are going to be a better team with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes.
we don't have them in our intriguing matchups, but I think that they're going to be a better team.
That's definitely a team to watch out for. Yeah.
So I got the Bucs, and you got the Bucs on that one. Man, are we going to pick something different today?
I think so. I think we got one coming up.
I think you wanted to just hop up on my bandwagon is what you wanted
No,
to do.
man.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
We're about to disagree
But
soon
this
enough.
this third game right here, this one might be where the house gets divided, guys. The Lions at the Vikings. The Vikings -6, my guy. 12 p.m. on Fox. You got Kirk Cousins coming in here after that pitiful Monday night performance that he put on. He's 50 for 78. He's got 498 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Jared Goff on the other side, 41 for 71, 471 yards, 6 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. That tells me right now Jared Goff has been letting that man sling. He's been slinging it.
Yep.
He's been slinging it to Ahmad St. Brown. Who's the other receiver over there? This is your team. Tell me.
Josh Reynolds and Chark. And then you got my boy long hair. Who's the tight end?
What's
his name? Hawkinson. Long hair Hawkinson. He's been getting some targets too.
Yeah.
And their backs catch the ball well out of the backfield too. DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams both can get catches out the backfield.
Man. And then you got Justin Jefferson on the other side that's got 15 receptions, 232 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Yes, it was a bad performance overall by the Vikings on that Monday Night Football. I was there to witness it. But I think that the Vikings are going to bounce back in this one, Corey. I really do. And I think they're going to bounce back in a good way to where they're going to cover. They're going to beat them by 7. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. I'm seeing something like a 35-28 score. Because I think the Vikings are going to get things clicking on offense, and I think that the Detroit Lions are going to be able to move the ball against the Vikings because they have that kind of skill players.
No, that's fair. I'm just looking back. It's a divisional game again, like I said. Last year in Minnesota, Vikings needed a drive to kick a field goal to win it with about 37 seconds left. And then the second game, the Lions needed a touchdown on the last play to win the game against the Vikings in Detroit.
Right.
So I think the talent-wise, not much bigger of a difference. Coaching-wise, it's completely different from last year with the new coach. You guys are running way more 3-wide sets. The thing that gets me is the Lions, I think the only team in football to score over 35 points in their first 2 games. They bring in a number 3 rushing attack. We saw how the Vikings struggled against the run last week. I think there's room there for the Lions to really attack them on the ground, open up some play action. But here's a beautiful thing. If you're a Vikings person, it's not in prime time. And it's at home.
Absolutely.
Which means you're going to get prime Kirk Cousins. You're going to get the good version of Kirk.
Man.
So that's good for you Vikings guys.
All the Vikings fans right now, I've seen it on multiple YouTube sites like trade Kirk Cousins, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh my gosh, it's crazy. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I got the Vikings covering. You didn't say your pick.
I got the Lions outright in a 38-35 win. I think it's going to be high scoring. Here's a little tidbit for you.
Okay.
The Minnesota Vikings are 29th in yardage allowed in the NFL. The Detroit Lions are 30th in yards allowed in the NFL. So we're talking about 2 teams that are sitting at the bottom, the very bottom, as far as yards allowed in the first 2 weeks. So there's going to be some yards gained. It's going to be a good fantasy week for DeAndre Swift, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Adam Thielen might make an appearance finally. And Justin Jefferson might have another career day. And Dalvin Cook only got like 8 carries last week. I think he'll get the ball a lot.
He hasn't seen the end zone yet.
I know.
The Vikings have yet to score a touchdown in the second half.
He'll see it in this game. He will see it in this game.
He freaking better. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I got the Lions by 3. I'm sorry. I bet.
Oh, no, you're good. The next one we got up on the docket, man, we got the Rams versus the Cardinals. You're minus 3.5 LA Rams. This is a 3:25 p.m. game on Fox.
Where's it at?
It's at the Cardinals.
And they're 3.5, huh?
Yeah, it's minus 3.5 Rams. They're giving the Rams the love, man. Matthew Stafford, he's 56 of 77, 512 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. But then you got Cooper Kupp, 24 receptions, 236 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then Kyler Murray is kind of like the do-it-all guy for Arizona. Everybody else, it's kind of like by committee. There's not like one standout receiver. There's not one standout running back for the Cardinals right now. It's just Kyler Murray, 53 for 83, 470 yards, 3 touchdowns to only 1 interception right now. He's got 10 attempts rushing for 57 yards and 1 touchdown. I mean, this is kind of like, this is a tough one for me because the Rams didn't come out the gate like I thought they would. I thought they'd come out with a little bit more steam ahead, but they lost a little bit too in the offseason. I think the impact of losing Von Miller on that edge and not having Odell Beckham on the other end, I mean, that makes differences.
No, that's a smart observation on your part. Big time. I didn't even think about that.
It's just, and then they got that problem at running back right now. They don't know if they want Henderson or if they want Akers.
Right.
Like, who are you going to play?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 1 week Akers is in the doghouse. The next week Henderson's not. I don't know, man. So, in this game, I'm going to freaking go with the Rams, man. I got them winning by 7, so I got them covering the spread. I'm being easy tonight and just picking games by 7. I just think that's how it's going to be in the NFL this weekend, you know what I'm saying? So, the Rams are going to beat the Cardinals, though. I can see that.
I have a different take on this one. I actually like the Cardinals to win by about, I'd say 3 to 5 in that range. The only thing that works in the favor of the Rams is in their last 11 meetings, the Rams are 10-1 against the Cardinals. So you want to talk about having a team's number. Now, that one win for the Cardinals did come last year in the year that the Rams went on to win the Super Bowl. But I think the Rams have a big problem. Their big problem is Stafford right now. Didn't practice or play in the preseason that much. He led the league in interceptions last year with 17. He's leading the league now in the interceptions with 5. Okay. He's going to throw them at least 3 or 4 passes that are going to be pickable. All right. I know. I played with him for 6 years. All right. The numbers, I told you the numbers don't lie. He was a pick man last year. He was a pick interception king last year. And right now, he's the front runner for pick interception man this year in the first 2 weeks. 5 in 2 weeks is not good, B. So I think Cardinals are going to get some opportunities here. They can't fall behind early like they did against the Chiefs and against the Raiders. That's not going to help. But with that little guy back there, Kyler Murray, anything is possible. So I like the Cardinals.
You ain't lying. I can't believe I'm doubting my guy Kyler Murray being a Sooners fan, but like the college fandom should go to the side whenever you're trying to pick in the NFL.
Yeah,
because
you gotta use your head, not your heart.
Sport. Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I went that way.
No, it's a good call. I like it. I mean, shoot, it's gonna be a tough game. I can see it going either way, but I trust Kyler Murray more than I trust Matthew Stafford right now, which is weird to say, but.
That's fair. One's got a Super Bowl and one doesn't, so that's weird. But that's fair. Either way. Hey, number 5, though, I got the Jaguars at the Chargers, man. The LA Chargers are favored in this one by 7 points. This is like one of those little sneaky games. I don't think the Chargers are going to cover this one before we go to any stats. I just want to point that out. I think that line's a little high, man. I'm going to bet under on that one.
I'm with you, bro.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are like sneaky, kind of like, they might be good, you know what I mean? But Trevor Lawrence right now, he's not throwing interceptions. That's key number one. He's 49 to 72, 510 yards, 3 touchdowns, to only 1 interception. James Robinson is toting that rock right now, 34 attempts for 130 yards, and he's got 2 touchdowns. Justin Herbert on the other side, though, he's absolutely balling right now. 59 for 82, 613 yards. He's got 6 touchdowns to only 1 interception. Austin Eckler, though, have you looked at that guy's stats this year?
I did. It's not good.
I'm glad I didn't draft him in fantasy, and it never would have crossed my mind.
It's not
For
good.
those that did draft him in fantasy and you're watching this show, I'm sorry for you guys because I know it's been rough for your team. But no, he's been absolutely. He doesn't have a touchdown. Him and Dalvin Cook. If you'd have told me going into week 3 that Dalvin Cook and Austin Eckler wouldn't have found the end zone, I'd have told you it was crazy. But it's happened.
Yep. Chargers are the worst rushing team in football stat-wise. They have some issues come Sunday. Corey Linsley, the starting center, didn't play the second half of that Chiefs game. Pipkins, the right tackle, got dinged up. They don't know if he's going to play. Still don't know if we're going to see Keenan Allen or not. He had limited ability in practice. I believe today, did not practice yesterday, which was Wednesday. But on the flip side of it, Jaguars are on an 18-game road losing streak, tied for the 8th longest road losing streak in NFL history. All right. This is a young team trying to figure out how to win on the road. Okay. They broke that. I think they will break that streak on Sunday.
You got the Jaguars.
I got the Jaguars. I think this is a tough spot for the Chargers. The fact that they can't rush the ball. And your boy Herbert's dinged up. The rib cage. Cartilage.
He is hurt. He is hurt.
He's dinged up, man.
That's fair.
And Trevor Lawrence.
That's why I said I didn't think that they were going to cover. I did say that in fairness.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be easy. But I like Trevor Lawrence's progression the first 2 weeks as opposed to how he was last year. I think Doug Peterson's been a huge help. He's like the quarterback whisperer.
Absolutely.
So he's made things simple. Christian Kirk. They have weapons on offense. Jones. Man, they got a solid team. The thing with them is they're young. They're very, very young. And sometimes being young is an advantage. You don't know what you don't know, and you can just go out there and ball. So I think that'll work in their favor. I think they'll pull up an upset.
Okay. I like the upset pick. I ain't mad at you for it. Hey, man, let's go into our power rankings. We're going to rank our top 10 teams this week after week 2 action. I'm going to let you go first, man. We're going to see where you're at.
All right. Number 1, Buffalo Bills. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, even though I just said I think they're going to lose, Chargers. Number 4, Tampa Bay Buccaneers have moved up a bunch. Number 5, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 6, Miami Dolphins. Number 7, we talked about this a little bit earlier with the addition of Jimmy Garoppolo back in the lineup. I like the 49ers. Number 8, the Rams are just hanging on. Got to do better than what they did to close out the game against the Falcons last week. Number 9, the Minnesota Vikings. Everybody's entitled to one bad game, so we'll see how they bounce back against my Lions. And then number 10, the Ravens. 35-21 lead. You gave that up. You were looking very impressive and dominant until you just decided to stop playing defense. And then on the outside, looking in no particular order, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Cleveland Browns, and the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. I like that. We're kind of the same. We're the same on the first 2, of course. I think everybody's going to be the same on those first 2.
Yeah.
The Bills and the Chiefs. Number 3, I got the Bucks. Number 4, I'm going to have the Eagles. Number 5, I got the Dolphins. Number 6, I got the Chargers. Number 7, I got the 49ers. Number 8, I got the Rams. Number 9, I got the Saints. And number 10, I got the Vikings.
Wow. How did my
So,
Saints
yeah.
get in your top 10? How does whoa.
Because minus a Marshawn Lattimore talking trash to Tom Brady, they had him beat, man. Y'all were playing a tough game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are like a cream of the crop, man, and you guys played them tough. So anytime you can get in Tom Brady's head and mess with him, I like that, but not whenever it's game time. Don't do that again. That's the only thing. That's why I did that, because that's literally the only thing I thought they held them back that week. And the Vikings, of course, I'm not biased, so I'm gonna drop them. They're lucky they stayed in my top 10, to be honest with you.
Oh man, you're being hard on them. I just think they ran up against a buzzsaw. You know how hard it was to play in that stadium. You were there.
Oh my Lord, I can only imagine. But it is what it is, man. But hey, do you got anything else you'd like to add to this show tonight, my friend?
No, man, that was pretty spot on. I think we were clear and concise on what we thought. I thought it was a great show. I think we had 3 different picks. It started off with us agreeing on the first 2, but things quickly turned on those last 3 games. So there'll be some bragging rights for one of us coming up on the recap show next week.
Right. Hey, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for that like. And hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because this ain't all we're going to be posting. We're going to be doing some collabs here soon, too. So stay tuned, because you guys are going to see us popping up on some things that you never thought would be popping up on before. So this is me, B Hill, and your boy Corey signing in, and we signing out. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.